All right. Well, thanks everyone. Just so everyone knows, we've got Game. I don't know where he's on your screen, top on my screen. His name's coming up as Bantham Namchai. So Game is the director of the home that we'll be finishing in. And he's ridden with us before. And there's two of the boys from BTN that are riding with us. One of them, FO, is he there today, Game?
Yes, here. He's
Okay. Can we see him? And
Yeah.
we say hello. Swaddy Cup. So that's FO, and Man is at school, correct?
Yeah, another one is go to school today. His name is Min.
Mean, yes. So he's at school, and but both the boys will be riding with us, and both looking forward to it. How are you feeling, FO? How are you feeling about the ride?
Very exciting.
Yes,
we're excited to have them with us, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, both really good boys. We caught up last time I was in at BTN, and we had an enjoyable night, and we had a good dinner, and we talked about the ride, and everyone will enjoy their company, no doubt. So for those that I haven't met before, I'm Peter Baines. I'm in Sydney, and we'll be riding together over 5 days from Hua Hin down to Khao Lak, and then we'll be joining Game for dinner. So I guess the purpose of today's call, rather than just go through everything that you know, is really just to focus on what you don't know, questions that you might have, and so that we spend the time wisely for you. So if you've got questions, maybe just stick them into the chat so I can make sure that I know what you want to cover off. And unless there's things in the chat, I'll just ramble on a little bit. So everything's great with our ride provider. It's a company that we haven't used before, but they actually are fairly big in the Asia market, running rides. We've got friends who have used them in Cambodia for rides, and they ride through Vietnam, and the company was actually just brought out by Flight Centre. But we've been, the guy who owned Grass is an Australian, and his name's Adam, and Irene and I have been in good contact, and I spoke to him on the phone for about an hour the other day. So the only thing they're struggling with is getting staff, and because they had a lot of Thai-based staff, and then with COVID, the staff left and found other jobs, and are reluctant to give that certainty up to come back into something like the tourism sector. So, but you know, we had a good chat. About the ride and how we would manage it, and so no problems there. So your flight's in on the 13th. You can get there anytime you want on the 13th into Bangkok. You're about to receive, if it hasn't already, Irene's updated a new information document or travel guide, and I approved that yesterday. So that'll probably come out in the next 24 hours or so forth. And that just talks about accommodation pre and post. If you want to come into Bangkok any earlier than the 13th, you can, of course, you can do that. If you want to stay at the Novotel, which is where we're staying on the night of the 13th, Irene can make that booking for you, and then you just pay directly at the hotel. If you want to stay at another hotel, you just sort that out yourself. One of the things covers off in that is the transfer from the airport to the hotel. That's up to yourself to arrange. And there's a couple of ways that you can do it. the easiest way, and it really depends for me on how much and how easy my luggage is. And I normally catch a train, and you just get the train from the airport, and you do have to change at one point, but I do it because it's normally quicker. When I was there last, there was hardly any traffic, so it doesn't matter. But if you want to get a public taxi, you go down onto the ground level, and all the instructions for this are in the travel guide that we'll send out. And you just you get a number out of the machine, then it tells you where to go to line up to get into your taxi. It's all regulated. It's all really good. They're all metered taxis. You do need to pay in cash, and so you have to have Thai baht when you arrive or when you leave the airport. Now you can change your money either side of customs. And one thing I would recommend is you can just pull it out. Someone who's that chatting? It's they're on mute now. One thing I would recommend is if you're pulling your money out of an ATM, which is probably the way you're going to do it, there is fees that very quickly get to $30 to pull money out of the machine. So what I'd suggest is just whatever you think you're going to need, get that and a little bit more in one go. Don't keep pulling 5 or 1,000 bahts out at a time, because it just costs too much. So you'll need that. You'll need Thai baht to get from the airport to the hotel. All the bookings are sorted. We've run through that with Irene. Where we're staying is a place called Sukhumvit, and there's lots of good places to eat around the hotel, short distance. There's a bar upstairs. There's good street food in the same street in Soi 20. It's all really safe, all yummy, and cash required there. So that's the 13th. I'll be getting in very late because I'm actually coming from an event in Darwin, and just with flights, it just means that I've got quite a late arrival into Bangkok. So you'll need to just take responsibility for yourself for checking in, but no challenges there. Then the next morning, and I might go get Adam just to move it a little bit, but we've got a morning transfer down to Hua Hin, and it'll get us down there around lunchtime. So I actually might just push it back a little bit because it's at 8 o'clock. Everyone will be up because of the time difference. You'll be awake way early. Then the 14th, then we'll do our bike fit. So if you want to bring your pedals, a seat or anything, leave the pole at home, just bring your seat if you really want to ride with that. Again, if you're riding with cleats, you need to bring your pedals, and we'll fit that all on the 14th and then ride off on the morning of the 15th. A couple of days riding, then a rest day transfer through to Surat Thani, and then the last day and a half after that, and then we meet the kids and game at BTM. When we arrive at the...
Pete, just a couple of questions on that. Just jumping back in the chat, question around, do we have to have cleats and pedals? Is it recommended, or can people just have runners and use the pedals that are on the bikes?
It's completely up to you. If you haven't ridden in them, like if you're going to take up bike riding and you really are committed to doing it, and you're happy to go and spend it, then because you'll need to buy riding shoes, which you can, I guess, you're starting about $150, then pedals, and then you need to put your cleats into your riding shoes. There's 2 different varieties you can get. Generally, there's the mountain bike ones or road bike cleats. Either are fine. I've got both bikes, mountain bike and road bike. I don't take my road bike cleats or shoes to time. They're the ones you hear when you're walking around in a cafe. They go click, 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 click. That's because the cleat sticks out of the shoe, and there for road bikes. Mountain bike shoes, normally the cleat is inside the shoe, so you can walk around. It just and that's what I've got, and they look like joggers, and they're really comfy. And but you're still attached to them, so you don't have to. You can ride in sand shoes. I know that's what Brad rides in. It's really if this is something you see only doing, once or twice or so forth, I wouldn't worry about the investment in them. It gives you better connection to the bike and better purchase for each pedal stroke, but it depends how much you want to spend on them.
Two more questions, Pete. One is how many
Yep.
kilometers per day or on average? And then the second one, what hands facilities are we visiting along the way? Or is it just BTN at the end?
Yeah, no, we'll probably go via Chompon, which is one of the boys' homes on the rest day. So we would drive there. So I'll confirm that with Prateek and then with Adam to make sure that we can do that. And it's just we drive there because it's on the way from where we'll have our rest day before Surat Thani. So I'll confirm that. What was the other question?
The other one was average kilometers a day, or
kilometers per day. Yeah. So it's 500 kilometers over 5 days, and the last day, well, it falls just short of 500. And Adam said, will people complain about it? That been a bit short. And I said, well, what we could do is set up a course in the car park, and they can ride loops in the car park to get the extra kilometers. So if you want to do that, just put your hand up. Ish has volunteered to lead that group in riding at the end of each day. So thank you, Ish, for doing that. The average kilometers, well, the last day works out to be just over 50K. So we've got to pick up the other 50 somewhere. And there's a few days where we'll top out at around 120 or so forth. On average, we try to keep it about 25 kilometers per stage in between breaks. So that, what's up, Flick? Is that different to what you thought, or you've got a look of concern on your face? Oh, okay, that's an email, not what I just said. Okay. Yeah, so it's about 25 Ks in between water stops, but what we will do is manage that according to how the group is traveling and the heat, and if it's hot, we might either keep it at 25 or thereabouts, but then break it up with a spot where you pull up, fill up your water bottles and keep going. So we'll just work that out on the day. With the group, the size that we have, it's really easy, and we don't need a lot of space to create water stops, but that's kind of how that will roll. A question there, 13th, anyone for dinner? 13th for anyone who wants to catch up, organize a dinner. Yep, I'll leave all you guys to do that.
That's all the questions at the moment, Pete. So we can keep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, then when we finish at BTM, what will happen is you'll meet the kids, our game will be there, we'll have lunch at BTM, then you'll be transferred to the hotel. We're staying at Robinson, Club Robinson, and you'll be transferred down to that hotel. It's got a beautiful beach access. It's got a couple of big pools for those that have been there. You'll know it's a lovely place to finish. And then game, I think for the dinner, we're coming back to BTN. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. So then we'll transfer everyone back to dinner. And Kungay, she will be down to assist with the end of ride proceedings. So then that night, the night of the 20th, you've got the accommodation as part of the package, which includes breakfast the next day. And then from that, you're on your own. So the transfer back to Phuket Airport for your flights home is up to you, because people will leave at different times for different flights. And it's about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive that you need to allocate from the hotel down to Phuket Airport. The road's been dramatically improved, so it's a lot quicker than it used to be. And then you're either flying, I don't know what you guys are doing, but you're either flying Phuket on Jetstar back to Melbourne, or you'll fly via either Phuket back to Bangkok or Singapore home. Yes, Michael?
Just letting everyone know that I'll be going into Phuket and arranging transfers. So if anyone wants to go to Phuket, just let me know. I'll have a bus there. I can organise a bus or whatever is needed, because I'll be going into Phuket for a week.
Nice work, mate.
We've got, I know it's flying about noon on the 21st, and Brad and I are in the evening, and then it sounds like a few people are making their way into Phuket as well. Pete, can Cal, Lack and Robertson help us with organising transfers if it doesn't work with Michael?
Yeah, they they can, but next door to no, I'm thinking about another hotel next door. But yes, they can. But if you want to get a local driver, they'll be cheaper. And we can talk to Game, not from BTN, not the staff there, but Game, I'm sure that there's someone local taxi who can happily transfer people. I know when we stayed, I think, I don't know, I think if it was the hotel we stayed with you guys at what's now the Le Meridien Game, when it used to be the Merlin Hotel. There's
Yeah,
the
it's
restaurant.
Meridian.
Yeah, the restaurant next door, Jenny, they used to organize like their restaurant, they're a laundry, massage and a taxi shop. So you're getting the prices a lot cheaper from there. But, you know, from Robinson, they can certainly do it, but you'll pay a premium. So you know, if you know when you want to go and so forth, that's something that we can arrange, and Game can give the business to someone local as opposed to the hotel.
That sounds good. Another question, I remember last time I traveled, I wasn't sure how much cash, how much baht to have. What are the examples of where we would need baht? So yes, taxis, but what else would we need to pay for?
Yeah, so everything is included except alcohol for the tour. So all your meals, but what you will need extra money for is there will be some water stops, for example, where we'll pull up and there'll be everything that you need will be available, we'll be providing for you, but you'll go, you know what, I want an ice cream, or I want a bag of chips, or I want something different, and just go into the supermarket or the local shop or whatever and buy that. So it's just for that. Beers along the way, at dinner, any alcohol you pay for on consumption. And then, so there's not a lot-ish, but you know, I'll probably be, and then massages, of course, because we're on the Southern Ride, you'll find that there's more options for massages. Massages, you're paying probably about 400 to 500 baht for an oil massage for that, and you'll certainly get those in. Just thinking about the days in Hua Hin, you'll have one. The first night there's massage available. There is most of the places on the Southern Ride. Actually, every night, if you wish, there's massages. So yeah. So
Getting
you're
excited about that. Look at his face.
So if you allocate 500 baht a night for a massage, that's where your money will go. Yeah, so
Fines, fines.
there will be fines. There will be fines, Michael, and I suggest you bring a little bit more cash than everyone else. Yeah, a very, very generous donor, and and fine master. So
We have to
well
ask
done.
our Snap Fitness guys actually in terms of recovery and things. I remember Sunny last time you had a little foam roller. Is that something you suggest that we have a few of those amongst the group? Anything else?
Hi everyone, how's everyone going? I'm in the middle of COVID, so I'll keep it short and sweet.
Can you put a
yeah,
mask
for-
on, please, Sonny?
I'd rather get it now than there,
Yeah.
so I'm safe for next 3 months. That's what everyone tells me. So I'll be fine during the bike ride, so I won't have any issues. So yeah, I think foam roller is fantastic. You can get it from Kmart for like probably 15-20 bucks. Or if you want something really good, you can buy. Ooh, I'll show you mine actually. So I've just got it over here. I'll have to change my screen a little bit. So video. No, I've got to change my video a little bit. I don't know if you can see. So, oopsie, there you go. We'll make this the hero now. It doesn't become the hero.
Like the foam roller.
Yeah, I've got a few of them lying around. So
Awesome.
always got a phone to work on. Yeah. So I'm gonna quickly. I'm not. There you go. Background. I'll check the background out. There you go. Now you should be able to see the foam roller.
That'll fit in the bag. Nice.
Yeah, that should fit. It's pretty
Yeah.
long, but it does fit. So yeah, so I've got this one and I've got a couple different ones. So this one is going to be painful. So if you don't like pain, don't buy this one. If you like pain, buy this one. So there'll be a lot of pain with this. And also in the morning, I'll do a stretching session. I'll offer that for everyone. First thing in the morning before we start. We can do one after we finish as well. So probably 15 minutes should be enough for that.
Sounds good.
So, we can work through those things. Logistics with Ishara. So Ishara can kind of tell me what's a good time for everyone in the morning before the bike ride starts and after we finish and stuff. So yeah, that's my 2 cents for today.
Other things in terms of like consumables. So I believe the part of the package is we get a water bottle, but if you want a more insulated water bottle to keep your water colder because we're in Thai heat, then bring your own bottle that will fit into a normal bottle cage. Electrolytes and other little things. Pete, just people bring their own, or what do you
No,
suggest?
it's all supplied.
Okay.
Electrolyte, sun cream, all your snacks. It's if you want to get some bum cream, get that.
Chafing
Michael normally buys it by the 4 litre, like a paint tin, and sticks his bum in it each day before he walks out. But get that. You get that from bike shops. It's called chamois cream or bum cream. They won't look at you funny if you walk in and buy it.
Speaking of bums, one thing I learned right the night before starting riding last time was you don't need to wear underwear under your nicks, under your padded bum shorts, because that's when you get more chafing. So you don't need that many pairs of underwear. I think the packing list is actually quite low. Like there's not that much to bring because we get our rider kit that we wear every day, some casual clothes, some bathers, a cap. There's not too much that you need to bring. There you go. Sunny's holding up the pseudo cream.
Also works as hair gel, Sonny, if you forget your hair gel.
Yeah.
You can bring that. So
No.
the other thing that always is good to bring is a clothesline to dry your gear, because you think, well, I'll stick it outside, I'll wash it and hang it outside, but it doesn't dry because of the humidity. So what I bring is I've just got a length of nylon rope, and I always find 2 fixed points within the hotel room. Sometimes it's off a lampshade, sometimes it's from within the wardrobe. You always find 2 fixed points off a curtain rail, and I wash my kit. So as soon as we get into the hotel, those that haven't ridden before, as soon as we get into the hotel, you'll go and have a shower, you wash your kit, and then just hang it up to dry. And the next day, in January, we do back-to-back rides. So we ride 1,600 Ks over 16 days, and I only ever have 1 set of kit. So you just wash it and keep wearing it, but bring the clothesline. So, and when I say clothesline, a length of rope and some pegs and some washing powder. and that just serves you well through the tour. If you're getting into Bangkok early on the 13th or so forth, you've got the shopping centre. Hang on. CT, what's the name of that shopping centre? You got Terminal 21, which is a big shopping centre just down the road from the hotel, and it'll have everything that you need. It's got supermarket. It's if you need a new Gucci bag to take on the ride, you can get it there. You know, everything you can imagine is available from there. So if you forget anything, you can pop down there. All right, what else?
I just wanted to mention about the bags. Irene just gave a heads
Yeah.
up. Brad and Terry have
Yes.
paid for their bags, and new riders, so Raj, Dougal, Thomas, Shian, you guys will get a bag, Terry. But anyone else that wants to buy one of those black bags, then you'll need to jump on that website.
I'll go and get one so I can show you. Hang on.
Yeah, cool.
Just talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so there's a link there in the chat, and there's a discount code so you can get it for $100 instead of the full price. And then Pete's basically got to trailer it to Sydney, send it down to our office in Melbourne, and Flick will manage people picking up their bags. And it's a little wheelie bag, and it's really handy. It's good size.
I ordered mine and Jesse's this morning, and then Pete's ordered his as well. So there's about 5 already ordered, plus everyone who gets one. So I think Brad and you, Brad and Merv, are the 3 left on that list. Are you buying one, Ish?
No, I already have my
She had
green.
marked down. Right, okay.
So here's the bag. It's so you can see it's got the wheels on the bottom. It's got the hard back, and it's got like the straps that go here, and then so it unzips. So we've got 2 sides,
You're spilling everything, Pete.
and like to give you perspective as to how big it is.
Like being on the Home Shopping Network, and there's
Yeah,
more.
I was going to say he's not ever going to make the model of the home shopping stuff, is he?
Yeah,
Here's one I
There it
prepared
is.
earlier.
yeah, he's what I've read earlier, and it's got
And-
pockets.
And it's got a handle.
Hey,
Okay, perfect. So I guess one thing for
Great
you
job.
guys also with this bag is bring a little small backpack or a day bag. This luggage bag gets chucked in the van and you don't see it all day. So you want a little bag that you put your things that you need throughout the day, throughout the riding day.
Yep. If you got medicines or other than that, we end up with a lot of people that bring the backpacks and throw them in the van each day and never use them. And it's just, so if you can fit everything into that bag, which you can, like I do the month-long trip and I only fill half of it. Don't forget you bring your helmets. And the reason with the bags is when the ride was due to occur in 2020, we were still awaiting on the new delivery. So we didn't offer them because we'd run out, but we got the new ones in. So we've always provided them. So those that have signed up within the last however long, it's part of your package. The other ones, if you want them, you have to pay for them additional because you weren't charged for them when you first signed up. Then what I'll do is, I think we've given it, I don't know, I think we said the 14th of June, was it ish, something like that.
In the next week, if you could do that, if you could buy a bag in the next week or so, that would be good.
And then what I'll do is I'll courier them all down from here at the farm down to YOB.
Yeah, perfect. Just other things on what logistics to organize in the next week. You probably all got an email from Irene with a smart sheet button saying submit this form. So she needs to know, dietary requirements, medical things, emergency contact, all those kind of tour travel kind of questions, and also a copy of your passport, a copy of your travel insurance policy. That's a requirement. A couple of other things. So if you go and submit that smart sheet, but you don't have everything to upload at the time, just email it through to Irene, attach an email, a copy of those things.
And the reason that we need your passport and insurance is when you check into a Thai hotel, you have to provide your Thai ID card or your passport. But by doing it this way, then we don't have to do it each time we check in. So you're just making the process really smooth, and it's a requirement by the Thai government for the hotels and the tour operators. So that's why we need that. And of course, your travel insurance is essential.
Yeah, and I saw in the
Right.
travel guide, cover more in one cover. I think you guys listed on the Hands Travel
Yeah.
Guide. And Flick's done some reading about one cover and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So each to their own. Please buy your own insurance and your own flights. That's up to you guys.
Yep.
Cool. Have we got any questions? I mean, especially first time riders, no questions, silly question. Please ask away what to bring, what to organize. And then we can touch on fundraising as well. Xian, is Ash all good? We haven't heard too much from her or seen her around yet, but
Yeah, so like, I think she might have had a uni thing on at the moment, but otherwise, yeah, I'll pass on all the information to her.
yeah,
Thank you.
beautiful. You're very organized, all good. Yeah, looking forward to riding with her. That's great. T Raj,
We really,
you're all good. Awesome. Great work on the social, promoting fundraising for the kids. Loving your work. Very good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that 100-kilometer rowing, which I'm doing on June the 11th. I've got some interest of people, and they've just in the last 3 days or so given me quite a bit in my fundraise, so I'm quite happy with that.
Well done, Raj. I'll support you too. Good effort.
Yeah. I got on my bike on Sunday, the first time in 40 years.
Wow.
So that was interesting. I didn't realize I had an ass. So there you go. So yeah, everyone can hear me. That's good.
You can't hear that.
Oh, I can't hear that. And I've been just sort of like training. I'm finding it this. I used to actually ride a bike with one gear, right? But now I have 28 gears to worry about. So I'm going to think, what? So that was interesting, and I thought, you know, my muscles would be, you know, sort of click in. But man, the bike was wobbly. Well, it wasn't me. I was fine, but the bike just kept wobbling. I mean, that's just crazy, you know.
Train
It'll be
wheels.
fun. I'll probably be behind the bus, the support bus, you know, and holding on. So,
Oh,
so,
good.
I'm
You're me, Raj. We'll get each other through it. All
I'm
good.
looking forward. But I've got my personal trainer. My personal trainer will be there, so that's good. And my personal trainer, Thomas, also will be there, so that's good. So yeah,
Wow.
let me get set.
Well, you'll have to improve your writing, because if you get stuck at the back, you have to listen to me talk, and that's a real motivator to keep going forward.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of speakers, I'm sure, to have some music going as well. That would be good. Yeah, love having music to keep us going. Terry, you're good. Been liaising with Annie on organising your stuff, but you're all set.
Yeah, all set. Looking forward to it. I think everything has been organised on my side by Annie. So yeah, no questions. I think we covered off a lot of it last time, and just looking forward to finally getting on the ride with you, all of you, and making it all happen, which is exciting.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
So,
The only other thing I was just going to mention, for those traveling to Asia for the first time, you might want to have a chat to your doctor about any additional vax or so forth, and malaria always comes up, and of course it's a personal decision as to whether you take malaria tablets or not. I certainly don't, and on the advice that the mozzie with malaria is not found in Thailand, that we're a bit far north. There is, you can get dengue fever from mozzies, which is probably more of a concern and a risk. And the dengue fever from the mozzies. The mozzies, they're tiny little ones that you just find in the dark, and all you need to do to prevent that is just put personal insect repellent on at night. Of course, take the advice from your own doctor, make your own decision around the malaria tablets, but you're supposed to take them like a week before you go, while you're there, and then a week when you come home. They can make you feel a bit off in the stomach, but if it was necessary, I'd take them. But as I say, the advice I've received from people who know the region is that you don't find them in that where we're going to be. So.
Awesome. It's a good one. Just on training, so we've had a couple of rides, Bayside and Stowe so far. So this Sunday, 7:30 start is we're meeting outside Melbourne Girls College, MGC, not MCG, Melbourne Girls College in Burnley. And then we're going to do the Capital City Trail Loop. It's about 25 kilometres, I think, and it'll take about an hour and a half for us. So we're going to get that down to about an hour, ready for Thailand. But we'll probably stop for coffee along the way, go past Docklands, up through the north, and then past the Collingwood Children's Farm. So that's we'll do that loop this Sunday morning. So come along, have an early start, and you've got the whole day ahead of you still as well. And then Brad and Flick will organise the next few meeting points for next week and beyond as well. So come along, it's fun. It's not super fast or anything. We're just having a chit chat and riding and just getting the legs spinning, right? So that's just something that we can do together. Just on the
spinning and the leg spinning and the bum warmed up.
Yes, getting used to the seat. Fundraising wise, we do, a lot of us still have a long way to go to hit the 5,000 for the kids. So we've got, 6-7 weeks to go. So please keep chipping away, make a goal and make a point of mentioning it to your colleagues and friends, and just inspiring them with what you're doing and why you're doing it. And then provide them with the link to make that tax deductible donation. So keep going with it. You've also got the hands raffle for a trip for 2 to Cowlack, where we're staying, including flights. So that raffle gets drawn in December. So you can give people that unique link so they can buy a raffle ticket online and go in the draw to win that trip to Thailand. That's another thing that's already organised for you, and you just need to send out your link and tell people to buy raffle tickets. And then $9, I think, of every $10 goes into your fundraising. Yeah, has anyone got questions on hands, BTN, fundraising? Any ideas that they're wanting to share? What's working, what's not working? Oh, good. We've got this one event coming up Saturday 11th. Flick, there's no movement on a movie night, right? We didn't get the interest for a movie night.
No.
Drama.
Sounds like we're at a rave. Flick.
Working with Pete on it, we were going to do Maverick, but we're looking at Elvis for later in June. So if anyone wants to bring along some of their network, that would be fine. And just waiting for Hoyt to get back to me about cinema capacity. That's a Baz Luhrmann one about Elvis, so like a recreation, which looks quite good. Well, he hasn't got it together yet. So yeah, if we can do both, we might, but we'll see how we go. It's just whether we've got the interest and whether someone wants to take the lead on it, because Pete at the moment's taking the lead on one. So if there's interest to do both, we'll try, but we need people to say, yes, I can bring X number of people to make it worthwhile.
Beautiful.
I can follow up another, although nobody booked it last time, so I'm not sure that it's worthwhile, but the comedy nights, instead of having a particular date, I can organize discount tickets for people to choose their own nights, and it's quite a good earn. You sort of get about $30 towards your fundraising, but I'll do it if people are interested, but if they don't think they are, then I'll let it go. But because it's not about organizing one night where you get all your people there. It's more just saying people can choose their own nights, and I'll work out a mechanism where each person can put the name of the person that referred them, and then the fundraising goes towards them if people want.
All right, well, it looks like that's kind of it. If anything comes up for you when we jump off, just reach out to Flickish, Irene or myself, and we'll help facilitate the questions or answer the questions. And if there's nothing else, look forward to seeing you all the morning of the 14th. And game, if you keep telling the boys to keep training, we look forward to seeing FO and Mean on the bikes in Bangkok, or will they come? They'll go straight to Hua Hin, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I will take them to Hua Hin and you will see them at Hua Hin.
All right. Maybe you can stay for lunch, stay for dinner with us on the night of the 14th,
Okay.
and then travel. Oh, because Gay's got tours on the 15th and 16th.
Yes.
But you stay for dinner.
Yes, sure.
Thank you, Gain.
Guys, anyone going in early to Bangkok? I'll be in there on the Saturday, I think, which is the 9th or 10th. So if you're going in earlier, let me know and we can catch up.
Good on you, mate.
Awesome.
All right. We'll see everyone there.
Cool.
Very
See you
good.
guys.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks,
Okay.
everyone.
Everyone,
mate.
see you Sunday
Bye.
morning.
Hey,
Great.
Pete,
And
Pete, do you want to
just-
jump on our meeting early?
Sure.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.